What's up, everyone? It's your boy Army Guy Travels, and today we're going to be doing our first year recap living here in Vietnam. Guys, we're going to talk about all the things and all the reasons why I love coming here, why I live here, what it's been like living here for 1 year, and then at the end we'll talk about the few minor negatives, but overall it's been such an amazing experience. So first and foremost, guys, thank you for being on the channel. Thank you for being loyal to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that like and share and subscribe button because it's free, and let's continue the journey. So guys, I've been here for 1 year and it has been the best experience I have ever had. Now, when I was in Colombia, I lived there for 3 years, mixed bag, right? When I lived in the DR, very interesting time. Guys, living here in Vietnam is one of the easiest experiences ever. So if you guys have been following my blogs, you'll know that I've been all over the country. I live here in Ho Chi Minh City for the past year. I've been to Da Nang multiple times. I've been to Hanoi. I've been to Hoi An. I've been to Vung Tau. I've been to Nha Trang. This place here, Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City, is special. It offers everything. If you want a relaxed life, a wild and crazy party life, all of that can be had here. It's a metropolitan, modern city. Check this out. I mean, but first and foremost, people might want to know what made me pick Saigon and Vietnam in general. 2023 was my first trip here to Vietnam. I fell in love with it. The people, the culture, the food, the safety and security, just how easy it is to get along, get around the country, and just enjoy yourself. So that's pretty much the answer on that. You know, I came here in 2023, had an amazing time, and I always thought if I ever got that opportunity to move here and live here in Vietnam, I would do that. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to talk about is the safety and security living in a country like this. Guys, Vietnam is one of the safest places I have ever been in my entire life. I have not once in 1 year ever felt unsafe. You barely even see the police. I mean, you see the traffic cops, the ones wearing the brown shirts, but guys, safety and security is something that as an American, I wish we had in the States. When I lived in Colombia, I wish I had it there. When I lived in the DR, I wish I had it there. Guys, you can come to Southeast Asia, most of the countries, and specifically Vietnam, and it is nothing but safe, peaceful. Nobody's gonna rob you, nobody's gonna hurt you. Obviously, there are minor little scams. If you know how to avoid them and you know how to travel, you're never going to encounter that. But for the most part, guys, you will never be unsafe here. You can walk around at night. You can even be intoxicated, which I don't recommend, but you can be intoxicated. Nobody's gonna mess with you. This is by far one of the safest countries I've ever experienced in the world. And again, you hardly ever see the police anyways. And then, cost of living. Guys, Vietnam is one of the most affordable places on earth. I spend less than 1,000 US dollars a month for my apartment. I eat out all the time. I honestly have never cooked in because it's so affordable to eat out in the city. It actually probably costs the same amount to eat out as it does to cook at home. So you might as well just eat out and enjoy the amazing cuisine, which gets to the next part. Food. Guys, Vietnamese food is some of the best food in the world with many, many, many options. If you like seafood, obviously we're in Southeast Asia near coasts. There's over 3,000 kilometers of coastline here in Vietnam, so there's a plethora of different options for seafood. They eat a lot of beef here, so things like bonnet, boluc luc, all of these dishes and many, many more are available at $1, $2, $3 for an entire meal. And if you really want to splurge and go eat Western food, you can go do that for less than $10. Guys, when it comes to affordability, you can go shopping. If you're moving abroad, you don't need to bring everything with you at all. You can actually get rid of a lot of the things you have in the States and just buy them at places like this. This is Benton Market. This market's been around since the Vietnam War, but it is the bargain hunt central for Saigon. There are many, many, many markets in the city, but this one right here is where you get all of your good stuff. You can get Nike shorts, like these Nike shorts right here. Bam! I got for $2. So guys, you can get your shirts, your shorts. You can go grocery shopping cheap if you want. Housing is cheap. Electric is cheap. Getting around on Grab Motos are less than $1 every ride. So guys, this is one of the most affordable places to live in the world here in Vietnam. Another one of my really big things that I have to have in a place that I live is infrastructure. Here in Vietnam, the Wi-Fi is extremely fast, and the power doesn't hardly ever go out. I think we've had 2 brownouts in the entire time I've lived here. Compare that to the Dominican Republic, where we were running out of juice like every day. Every other day we didn't have power, we didn't have AC, Wi-Fi is going out. So the infrastructure here is world class. A lot of people wouldn't expect that for a country like Vietnam, but they have put a lot of money into infrastructure. So when you come here, you're not going to run out of juice a lot. The Wi-Fi is always going to be strong. I was really, really shocked because some countries like Thailand have brownouts all the time. They have poor Wi-Fi. But here I've had an amazing experience in this year where I always seem to have power. Now, I'm sure you go out to the countryside and it's going to get a lot less. But for the most part, my experience here, the infrastructure's been really great. The streets are very good. They just built their first metro system here in Saigon. So December 22nd of last year, they had that. So now you can get across one lane so far around town. Transportation's easy to get. Grab, Zon, InDrive, all of these apps get you around where you need to at a fast pace. Now, one of the downsides to transportation here is traffic. Traffic is absolutely horrendous here in Ho Chi Minh City. It is absolutely terrible, but there are options to get around that, being the subway, being motorcycles. All right, guys, so that was funny. Little segue. A little kid just walked by and flicked me off with a big smile on his face. That's their humor. But guys, look, the thing you're gonna love about the Vietnamese people is how open and honest they are. They don't put on a fake face. They either want to get to know you and they want to show you the world and their country, or they want nothing to do with you. So it's a pretty awesome experience to deal with the people here. If you're walking by a table and they're doing karaoke, drinking beer, eating food, most of the time, especially if you're a foreigner and they see you, they're going to invite you over, even if they don't speak much English. They're going to invite you in for beer. They're going to invite you in to do karaoke. They're going to invite you in for congregation and a hangout, right? And guys, that brings on to another point of English. So many people here speak English. More people speak English here than in Thailand. I was shocked. I didn't expect that. Thailand's been dealing with having foreigners for so many years that I figured we would hear English a lot more, but actually that's not the case. Here in Vietnam, so many people speak English. They've been teaching bilingual to the students. All this new generation pretty much speaks basic or intermediate English, so it's definitely a perk to have. It's important before you learn the language here, to be able to communicate, right? And on language, if you want to learn Vietnamese, they have at the National University here in District 1 in Saigon, they have an office for foreigners to learn Vietnamese at $2 an hour. I will link it in the description. If you guys come here and you want to take a Vietnamese class, even if you don't want to keep with it, you're just in town for a little bit, stop into the College of Humanities here and you can sit down and take a class. I think it would be interesting, fun for your travel here to Vietnam. Now guys, when it comes to the coffee here in Vietnam, Vietnam is the world's second biggest producer of coffee in the world behind Brazil. And here they take it serious. Every morning people are out at cafes enjoying a coffee, and they've got a plethora of kinds of coffee. And guys, the coffee here is like crack. The coffee here is so good. Everything from salt coffee, which is my personal favorite, Cafe Muy, to coconut coffee, to milk coffee to black coffee, egg coffee, which is famous in the north. Guys, there is over 500,000 coffee shops in Vietnam, and a lot of them are here in Ho Chi Minh City. Just coffee is part of their culture, it's part of their life. So you definitely got to make sure you get your fill. I've had more coffee in 1 year than I've had in the last 10 years in the States and other countries. So guys, the coffee here is phenomenal and dirt cheap. And one other factor you have to consider when you move here to Vietnam is the visa. For American passport holders, US passport holders, the visa is 90 days, but you can just leave the country and get another one. That's how I've been doing it for the whole year I've been here. They're very favorable. As long as you don't get into trouble and cause them any problems, they'll just keep giving you the visa. I know people that have been doing it for 12 years. Right now it's 90 days. It used to be 30 days for the visa, but right now it's 90. But people have been doing visa runs, whether it was 30 or 90, for up to 12 years. I've met people. So guys, the visa is very favorable. The government, they want people to come here, spend money, and keep boosting into the economy. So as long as you're not a person that causes problems here, they keep giving you the visa. I've already done 3 visa runs. I'm at 12 months now. Absolutely love my experience here, and it's been amazing. And being a single guy, the ladies here are naturally gorgeous, naturally beautiful, and not fake. So guys, this is definitely a place to come to enjoy dating, or just to come and enjoy the amazing, beautiful culture here, because these people know how to party, they know how to celebrate, and they have celebrations for everything. One day they had a ramen ceremony. They had a big festival over that way, and it was all because of ramen. A new kind of ramen came out, so they rented out the street, debuted it, had Chelsea retired football players, and had a band, all for ramen. These folks will find any reason to party. So guys, it's just an amazing experience. It's really easy to live here. When I mean easy, it's an easy life. If you want an opportunity to get out of the rat race and live at a more affordable cost with good people and a safe environment at a great price, whether you're a partier, whether you're a relaxed person, all of the above here, you can have it. Vietnam is one of my favorite places in the entire world. So guys, make sure you come give Vietnam a chance. Come enjoy, come travel here. I think you're gonna be super surprised. You're gonna love it. I will always love this country. The people have been so good to me. The food's so great. And I've just had an amazing experience. So now we're gonna get into the juicy bits. So the juicy bits. All right. With all of these good things, there are kind of little tiny things that can be complicated and a change of pace when you move to Vietnam. So I'm gonna give you 3 negatives that you're gonna find here that I've encountered, and we're just gonna talk about those for a quick moment, because not everything's perfect, right? I love this country, it's been an amazing experience for me, but there's always little downsides. 1, lack of personal space. People skip lines, they just cut in front of you in line, they'll stop in front of you at the top of an escalator, and they say it's just normal and people don't complain. So that's like a minor one. 2, they just throw the trash in the street. Trash just gets thrown on the ground, and they just expect people to pick it up whenever. They leave their trays on the counters. It's really odd to see. They just leave their trash everywhere, and someone else is gonna pick it up. And then traffic, guys. The traffic is super crazy and hectic here. If you notice right here, we've got the traffic going on, and they call it the adventure is actually crossing the street here. But for somehow, some way, controlled chaos actually works out. Those are like the only three negatives that really come to mind to me. So guys, they weren't that bad, were they? They really weren't. So if you heard all the negatives, or the 3 little negatives, and you heard all of the positives that we did, and all the great experiences I've had in my 1 year living here in Vietnam, what do you guys think? Is this a place you could live? Is this a place you could settle down for 3 months, maybe 6 months? maybe a year. I did, and it was the best move I ever did. I was only going to stay for a year. Now I'm going to stay for 2. I love this place. I want you to come here. I want you to love it too. The people here, they're just amazing. So guys, do me a favor, hit that like button, share, subscribe, enjoy, because we're here in Vietnam, one of the best places on earth, and I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this.